Greetings, my paisanos, and welcome back to another review. So, I have one quick announcement for you guys. This week, I'm going on vacation. Vacation. Now, you might be thinking, oh, Audrey, what are you going to do on vacation? Vacation, what about your videos? Oh, don't worry, guys. I am going to do one video for this week on vacation. That's it. But however, I decided to do something different today. So I'm going to do a 3 reviews in one day. That's right, guys. 3 reviews in one day. So the first one I'm going to do is my graduation review. So the review I'm going to do now. If you guys want, Audrey, you're going to review something about graduation? No. Actually, I'm just going to do this whole thing for this occasion. I got my cap. I got my balloon, and I decided to do something special for you guys today after my graduation of being class of 2017. Now, today's review I'm going to review today, Cars 3. Now, when I saw Cars, I did do like the first one. It was actually a little bit decent and is an actually entertaining movie to watch. But, and in fact, I still have the original DVD right here. As for the sequel, I hate to say it, guys, I actually like Cars 2. I know you guys gonna, RJ, you like Cars 2? But that was an awful Pixar movie. Like, I don't want to see Mayer be starring his own film. You are dumb. Yes. I'm sure I understand why people do not like Cars 2, but I just think Cars 2 is actually good. But when I saw the trailers for Cars 3, I was a little bit nervous about this film. Will it be actually good at way better than the first and the second? Or is it actually worse than the second one, if everybody thought it would be? Well, let's get into the story. Now, what I have to say about the story is that they took the specific foreshadowing from the first movie where we find out McQueen's biggest hero, Doc Hudson, used to be a famous racer where he used to crash and retire. They decided to do it in this film too, but this time starring McQueen. You see, McQueen is getting way more popular and winning more races now, but until he come across his new rival known as Jack Storm, and he's a new futuristic rookie car, and he breaks up his speeding record, which is 210 miles per hour, which causes McQueen to get jealous, and he notices all of his rookie pals are now gotten retired except for him. When Jack Storm started rubbing in his face, they say he's gonna be retired soon. McQueen thought McQueen decided to take the next level and try to make sure he win. Nope. Of course, he accidentally got crashed. And everybody decided might be wondering if McQueen might retire or not. So McQueen decided to take this to the next level. He decided to will make Doc proud by doing something this time trying to beat Jack Storm. Yes, right. An ordinary race car wants to beat a new futuristic car. Really intriguing, right? So, along with the help of a good but kind of annoying character named Cruz, I think, who is McQueen's rookie training expert, will help him to get ready to get to the next race in Florida to beat Jack Storm. And as I say about the story is really simple enough. It actually does mainly focus on McQueen and at least not have to do with him evolving about him being a jerkish racer, learning about friendship. Well, it is kind of that in here in this movie, but somehow they do something different. McQueen has to learn his dignity of whether he should move on or start doing his racing career. And that's how it basically is. If you guys remember in the first Cars movie, Doc Hudson, all his crews was him to retire after his accident. But McQueen knows that racers can't do that because they always decide what they've done. As well as the writing goes in hand, it actually does fit really well. Throughout the movie, McQueen always think of his thoughts about how Doc is when he used to be a good friend of him and how he intrigues about himself after his incident. And throughout the it, he's just trying to stay well focused, but then he knows he needs to tone down with his hipness and his frustration with Jack Storm. And along with Drews into the mix of his way how he put in the story, Drews is actually a good supportive to McQueen. Like she said, like she always watched him growing up TV, and she dreams about becoming a racer like him, but unfortunately, when she tried, she stepped down. She actually stepped down, and that's kind of a spoilers for you for those who know about her backstory. And aside from that, the story does really will keep a flow, and it doesn't have any stupid which makes actually Cars feel like that Cars 3 is actually part in the actually has a good story of all the Cars films. And now let's talk about the animation. What can I say about the animation? Well, the animation is same way how always in the other Cars movie. They're still actually good. Well, Cars 2 is a big upgrade from the first Cars movie, but this one actually takes it to a whole new level. I love the way how the cars doing right way how they set up the cars we see what cars do in an animated film. Like I see how the cars intending in the demolition derby. I like the design of the futuristic cars, like Jack Storm and the other design of futuristic cars. I love the way how all the cars get into this new electronic stuff. It actually does look good, and the character design is really passable as well. Well, and what about the backgrounds? The backgrounds is of course amazing. Much like the other Cars film, especially mostly Cars 1, the backgrounds and the landscape is very really neat to look at. You just adore what you see what the driving scenery looks like in every scene of the films. It looks intriguing and amazing. Especially during a while of its racing and montages of on this in this film. The way how they do the spraying on the cars, the way how they just remodel the cars, is really really nice to look at. And what else can I say? The animation is truly fantastic. Now let's get on to the characters. Now there are only like one main character. That is only Lightning McQueen. And now you might be thought that he might be kind of useless how he was in the second movie, and it's just have his personality was in the first movie. Well, no. Of course, after the second film, he does change his personalities, and he actually looks more intriguing. Like I said about his personality in the story, is that he actually feels like he needs to do something right and make sure he doesn't make any mistake, even though he does barely try. He makes some few bits of mistake. Even though he's sometimes impatient, but at least he does know how to be calm, how to be patient, and learn how to become a real true racer instead of trying to be sarcastic. Even though when Jack Storm stole his thunder, he really has some desperate measures trying to beat this guy. But at least he still have a heart and tries to become like Doc Hudson like he was years ago. And that's how it basically works in this film. Now, as for we come to our last character named Drews, who's also part of the story. Now, when I heard about her, I feel like she's kind of annoying, but at least she has a decent backstory to actually do feel sorry for her, and she's not actually a bit of all of a bad guy. And you really do try to appreciate her for trying to follow McQueen's step, and that's how it basically is. Like throughout the film, McQueen also trying to help Crew or Drew or whatever her name is. Cruz, yeah, her name Cruz. He always trying to help her become a real racer after she knows that she did train him well throughout the whole movie. And that's all I have to say about her. As for the rest of the characters, surprisingly, all the other characters from Radio Spring doesn't have much screen time, especially Mayor because Mayor's my favorite character. And yes, I do like his personality in Cars too. But however, Mayor does have a small role in this movie in the part where McQueen asks Mayor advice. He is still such a goofball best friend to McQueen. As for the rest of the characters, they ain't really there just so you know to recognize them. In fact, the only two characters from Radio Spring you know they're with McQueen is Luigi and Quilo, because they're part of his crew, and they're not that much special there. As also, let's not forget Ham in this movie. Also, here's a fun fact, guys: Chick Hicks has returned in this movie. Apparently, he's still the Piston Cup champion. Yeah, it's not very pleasant. And he also is still a big jerk from the ones in the first movie, where he starts mocking on like McQueen after all this too much stuff about him on the news. And as for overall the characters are intriguing intriguing and perfect than their personality was in the first Cars movie, especially Cruz how she was in the first movie. So in the end, Cars 3 is actually really great movie. It's about time Pixar do something right to the Cars film. I do recommend you guys to watch this film. It has a nice well written story. The characters are really great. Actually great, and they actually a huge big upgrade from the first two movies. And the animation is well outstanding for what it was here today. Like I forgot to mention the part, there's one scene where one of the cars used a iPad to call each other. That's really great. Really great. Also, before I go, I want you guys to know there's an new animated short they made called Lou, which is about a living lost and found trying to deal with this bully to bring back all this stuff that kids lost at the elementary school. And I admit, it's actually one of the best shorts they ever made. It's actually cute and really charming and is a little bit fun. It's really great. So in the end, Cars 3 is a great film. 7 out of 10 for a Fireflower medal. Well, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys on part 2. So long, my paisanos.
Hey guys, quick mention. I forgot about Jack Storm himself. He's a fine character. That's all I have to say about him. Thank you.